Hi guys, Joel and Peter here again for another investing content. In the previous video, I was talking about brokers that you can sign up on to start investing, but I just can't leave you guys hanging there. If you feel me. So I also have to tell you what investing is for real, because yeah, we all know that investing is putting in effort, time, whatever. As long as you're contributing, that means investing. But in the lines of finance, when we are talking about investing, it strictly means money, and it strictly means putting money into the right things. Now, today's video is going to be split into three parts. Number one would be investing 101. When we got admissions to college and how they used to teach us like JST 101, biochemistry 101, and stuff like that. So today's topic would be investing. So we are not all new to the word 101. It simply means introduction. So this part of this video, I'm introducing you guys to what investing is, broken down to three. So investing 101, which is introduction to investing. Then the second part of the video would be what we think is investing, but it's actually not investing. You're literally just gambling. Then number three, we'll talk about asset classes that you can put real investing in, that where you can channel your money in the right way to get guaranteed returns. Like I said, this is investing 101, and we are just talking about basics and principles. Now, I'm not the guy that uses Google anymore. I'm now using ChatGPT. It makes me feel like I'm part of the AI boom, I guess. So the ChatGPT definition of what investing is investing refers to the act of allocating resources, typically money, with the expectation of generating profits or returns over time. Now, I love that definition because it sheds light to the fact that investing money means you have a high level of, how would I put it? You have a high level of trust or high level of guarantee and probability that you make some level of returns from it. And investing simply is for four primary reasons, although some people have. But number one is for wealth accumulation. Now, individuals and companies do invest with the aim of accumulating their wealth. That means investing in financial instruments like stocks, bonds, real estate that can appreciate over time and accumulate their wealth for them. Thereby, like let's say you invest if you invest $10,000 in a stock or in a bond, and it accumulates over, let's say leave it for 10 years, it might turn to a million. If it's a very high stock, high rising stock or bond, it can turn to 500,000. So the number one reason is for wealth accumulation. Number two is for income generation. Now, to generate income while investing, it means like investments that pay you dividends or rental income, and we can have that through dividend paying stocks, or we can have bonds. Bonds is principally for income generation, so that serves as a salary and serve as a way that you can bankroll yourself through things. The third reason is for capital preservation, and that is how I see investing personally. I was at a master class, an investing master class, October last year, and the lady was talking about investing. So she said that investing simply means locking up money. I love that definition. So because like if you don't preserve your capital, you're going to spend it, you're going to blow it one way or the other. Maybe a medical emergency, or you have to pay a bill. Something will take that money away. So why not just preserve it? And is it not fun when you are preserving and you're also getting wealth there from it? So that's cool. And the fourth primary reason or objective for investing is for risk management, and that is when you've gotten to the level that you can spread out your investment portfolio. That means you can invest in stocks, in bonds, in real estate, in mutual funds, in commodities, in Bitcoin, in crypto, whatever. So that is investing 101. Now, if you want to learn more, or if you need more than what I've just said, you're going to have to do your own research. Yeah, because if I start talking about the basics of investing, I will talk all day. So I just gave you ChatGPT definition because I don't want to sound like I'm a super smart guy. So yeah, you can go to ChatGPT or Google or any article and just read on the basics of investing. Now that was part one of today's Investing 101 series, and I hope you've just learned the basics of basically that's just it. That's what investing means. And you might have other primary reasons, but those are the four main objective of investing money. So now let's talk about what investing is not. And I love the fact that I used the I'm using the first reason as a reference because so many people think things like, I know this is going to spark an uproar, and people that know me personally will come for me in the comments, but I don't care. People think some things are investing and they are not. And number one, I will use things like going to the casino. You're basically gambling. That is not investing, because investing gives you power and control. But when you're going to the casino, you're playing lottery, you're trying to hit the jackpot, or you're playing sports bets. I'm about to cause drama. I'm about to cause drama. Betting on games, betting on Chelsea, Man U, Madrid, Barca, or some guys that are not even playing football. They are not betting on football anymore. They are not betting on basketball and tennis and the rest. Bro, you are not investing. Because there was a time that they were calling people that bet on sports investors. No, you are not an investor. And now, yeah, everybody has their own beliefs of what they call investing. That's why I just defined it for you guys, so you know what you're doing is not investing. And I love to reevaluate, and I love to check by facts. And for those that are playing sport bet, open your sport betting app, right? Scroll through your bet history and compare your wins and your losses. If you have more wins than losses, then I am wrong. Personally, I am wrong. But if you have more losses than wins, then I am right. I guess. But here's another reason, right? If betting was investing, we won't be seeing a lot of bet companies pop up. Every week there's a new bet company with crazy amount of odds. That's because they are making profits off of you guys. And let me just drift away from the sports betting topic. The next one that we have is Ponzi, things like Ponzi schemes or Ajo. Ajo is like savings, but it's not trusted. Anything can happen. They can run with your money. And things like Ponzi schemes, they are not investing as well. And the reason I'm saying this is because Nigerians, we have had our fair share of Ponzi schemes. I would not want to mention names, but like we know we've been there. Things like MMM. There's now things like that guys are claimed to be forex traders. It's so funny, man. And people have the idea that, oh yeah, I'm investing. No, you are not. You are simply not investing. So, but on the flip side, I do not blame people that do that, because if you've read this book, Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel, that is like that's the only shot some people have to actually hitting the wealth or riches, which is understandable. But like there's a reason why lottery winners go broke in the over 48 months, because if you have a shitload of money without the proper knowledge of investing, you're going to go back to where you where you are. Like there's a you can do your research on that. Lottery, like, why lottery winners go broke, it's just because they do not have the right understanding of money. You have to understand money to replicate it. And like things like um people that do ajo, or things like they tell you that, oh, when you bring money, you bring two people, you bring three people. And people say that you're not investing. You're not investing. There are also basically anything a Ponzi scheme, anything that is a scam, anything that is not giving you control of your resources, it's not investing, and you don't want to be doing that. So yeah. And there's more, but like because of time, that's what I'm going to say about what investing is not. So hopefully you've picked one or two things from what I just said. And now we'll be crossing over to where you can channel real investments in. So let's go. Guys, we are back and we're at the last part of the video. So now that you know what investing is, like the basic, what investing means, now that you know what investing is and is not, now let's talk about how and where you can invest your money. Now for young guys like me, cause like for young people like me, Gen Z, and I understand that millennials have some level of understanding of money. At least it takes saving seriously. But our generation, it's tricky with us. So like a lot of financial advisors and experts will say that before you start investing, you want to have 6 months savings so that you can cover for your emergencies. Because if you're investing and you have to be paying bills and paying for different things from your investment is not really going to grow, so they will advise you to have 6 months savings of emergency funds. Yeah, I'll just of 6 months of emergency funds, so you don't have to touch your investments. Now that is a logical reason, but if you're quite young, if you don't have a lot of responsibilities and bills, you can save up on emergency funds, and your fund allocation, you can put that into investing. But if you have a lot of money and it's super easy for you to get into the realm of investing, then cool. So now for people outside of Africa, investing their money is super easy for them. I mean, they all grew up with the idea of investing. They know about the stock market, they know about high yield savings accounts, they can easily buy Bitcoin, they can invest in crypto, commodities. So it's super easy for them. But for we in Africa, it's kind of tricky for us. And not until 2019 before we could access US stocks. And thanks to Bamboo, and how many people know about that now. And in the mind of a Nigerian, the assets that we can easily invest in is in real estate, because you can see land, you can see rental property. It's super easy. And yes, you can invest in Nigerian stocks, but like I don't advise people to do that because the Nigerian economy is bad. So you don't want to invest in a stock market with a bad economy. Our index is not looking good at the moment. So and so real estate is what the average Nigerian knows about when it comes to investing. And when it comes to real estate, it's if you have a lot of money, it's super easy to buy a land, to buy a rental property. But if you're not really financially buoyant, currently you can't afford a land, especially as a young person, because I'm a young person, I'm a Gen Z, so I'm catering to my generation. Majority of people within the Gen Z age bracket, even so many millennials, they can't afford a land or a rental property, except maybe they go to people that have the money. And if you don't have it, how many people would listen to you to trust you enough to give you money to invest in a property for them? So the easiest asset class that we can invest in as young Nigerians is in the US stock market. And like I said from my previous video, I said that we have two brokers that you can start investing in the US stock market with, which is number one, Bamboo, which I do personally use, and Trove NG, which also gives exposure to US stocks and bonds as well, which is really cool, like I said from my previous video. Now in the stock market is kind of tricky for young people that might not know about it, because they'd be like, oh, I don't have $150 for Apple stock, I don't have $200+ for Amazon stock, I don't have close to $1,000 for Nvidia stock. But there's something called fractional investing. That means investing in a stock fractionally, which is like if you have like $10, you can buy the Apple stock. And it's great because Bamboo offers that. So congrats to us. To do not need the complete share price of a stock to invest in it. You can start small, $5, $10, 15, whatever you can come in with is cool. So yeah, and the stock for young people that cannot afford a rental property or a land right now, investing in stocks or Bitcoin or or crypto that you can easily buy with, you don't need a crazy amount of money. It's easier for us to get in. So like, I'm just going to talk about stock today, and in my next video I'll talk about active and passive investing, which are two different type of ways of approaching investing in stocks, and that's going to be really really cool. So yeah, that will be all for our investing 101 series, and I hope you've learned something from it. You've learned the basics of investing, what is investing, what is not investing. And just to rephrase again, you can invest in stocks, bonds, commodities, mutual funds, real estate, and Bitcoin and crypto if you want to. So anything outside of these asset classes that I've mentioned, or maybe if I can just include a high yield savings account, anything outside of those asset classes is not investing, and you are basically gambling with your money. Yeah guys, so that's all we have. That's all I have for today. In my next video I'm going to be talking about active and passive investing, and for those that want to get their investing journey started, you can DM me, you can reach out to me, you can email me if you want financial advisory services. For now it's for free, so you can just hit me up and we can talk about it. So well, I'm Peter here and I'm signing out. Peace.